Welcome to Dive event. I've been so excited because you probably don't know me at all, but I'm known as the Chief Disruptor in Australia. And my role in life is to disrupt the status quo for social change. 2 years ago, I fell into tech and startup, and I fell in love. Because what I found is that people like you have a strong desire to have a social impact, but you don't know what the problems are. So this conference to me was the most exciting event of my life. I'm so grateful to Emmanuel and the team at BCom for putting it on because it's actually collapsing the worlds. I see the world in many paradigms. So there's all these people operating in separate paradigms. And what we're doing at this event is we're flipping. We're completely facing each other and we're going to create something amazing around human-centred innovation. So this event is about energy, enthusiasm, and joy. And we're here finally. I'm so excited. So it's a special moment. It's the chance to be a part of something completely new. So many events around the world on innovation. How many of you have been to them? Sometimes they're really boring. And one of the things that excited me about Dive is that you're not going to be a passive audience. And I often go to conferences and look around the room and think, all of these intelligent people that have to listen to 4 speakers or 10 speakers, I want to know what you think. And we actually have a device or a platform that's going to help us capture your feelings and your thoughts throughout the day. One goal, one topic, innovation that puts the user experience first. Dive is about experimenting, trying, and even maybe failing. But we know all about that, because that's what tech and startup do. We're about having fun and learning and then trying again. We also wanted a really intimate event, and as you can see, we've got a small, exclusive and very diverse audience. This is special because each and every one of you is special. You are bold enough to book a plane ticket from very far. Time to highlight some of the attendees. So the first to book is Alexandra Masson from Quebec. Oh, Alessandra! I'm pretty sure you set a spiritual movement happening just by being the first to book. So thank you so much for your courage and your hope to book into this event. Martin Bogomolny, coming from Austin, Texas. Woo! Oh my God, that's so awesome. Also, we understand that it's a very special time for football lovers. Okay, we understand this. Maybe not fully, but we do understand. So, we do have the semi-final of the European Championships with France and Germany. So special then to mention Ralf Schafter from Germany. Ralph. So, we have a little surprise for you later so that you don't have to suffer without seeing a bit of the game. We also have the only Italian guy in the room, although I will put a caveat on that because there's actually 2 other Italians, but from Australia. But Marco Bronzi. Dove sei, amore? Amore mio! Ciao, bello! Ci siamo qui, noi siamo dall'Australia, però il mio amico John, che non è qui ora, è lì di dietro. Lui abita negli Stati Uniti. Okay, so I speak Italian. Benissimo, no? Yes. So today is the start of something really important. It's actually a community. And I actually want to be brave enough to say we have started a movement. This is not just about people coming together. It's about what we're going to do with what we learn beyond the event. And I'm very passionate about what happens after. Because you get all of these incredible people from all over the world, and then all of a sudden everybody goes back to their lives. But I don't want that to happen with Dive, because we have an event to attend next year as well. I think this is going to be an annual event. Sorry, Emmanuel, if I'm throwing it out there.
That's
okay. It will be an annual event, and you're all invited because you're all the pioneers of this event. So, it is my greatest pleasure to introduce Emmanuel Gamache. This is the woman who, over a year ago, started ideating this idea. Emmanuelle is the International Development Director at BCOM and the executive producer of Dive. So please give her a warm welcome for the woman that created this beautiful event.
Yes, this is an iPad. Thanks a lot, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for joining us today, taking part to this adventure. That's amazing. And coming from Sydney, Australia, you're probably the one here today that covered most kilometers, I guess. So thank you so much. And she just arrived 2 days ago, so see how the jet lag doesn't affect her. That's very impressive. Well, just a few words. The dive journey started 12 months ago, so what a great feeling for me to be here this morning and to meet you all finally. That's great. But don't worry, I won't get emotional and I won't be long, promise. Let me tell you the little story of Dive. First, why Dive? Well, we chose this name for 2 reasons. In fact, we chose Dive because Dive are about action and motion. And we also knew that coming to an event that is the first of its kind would take you to take a leap of motion and dive into the unknown. And the second reason is because Dive is an immersive journey into innovation, into a new crowd, a new city, into an unconventional venue, as you may have seen. So it was not exactly the virtual reality meaning of Dive, but almost. And now you're here. Maybe you are wondering where we are and who is BCOM. Well, you are on the first floor of our research center, surrounded by almost 200 researchers. So it's important to understand that Dive had to be experimental. You know, this is really R&D applied to event design, because test, trial, R&D are in our DNA. So you're part of a sort of a experimentation, let's say that. BCOM is a young institute of research and technology, launched 3 years ago. We are part of the European digital transformation, working on developing tool, product, and services that make everyday life easier. We focus on 2 research fields, hypermedia, networks and security, and the first field of application we chose to focus on is e-health. Today, you'll meet some of our lab managers, researchers, even directors. So don't hesitate to engage with them. They're all passionate experts who love to talk about innovation and what they are working on. Before handing back the mic to Anne-Marie, I really wanted to acknowledge the partners we got for this day. They're real co-producers of this 18-hour journey, and their contribution was tremendous. I have to mention le Centre Culinaire Contemporain. They will give your taste buds something to remember, I guess, with an incredible multisensory food experience today. I guess it already began with the breakfast. I hope so. I also have to mention Transmusical Festival. They design a special playlist, and they will make us dance tonight at the closing party. And Spectaculaire. Yes, we can applaud them. And Spectaculaire help us transforming this R&D center into a very unconventional venue, and I promise you will have other surprises during the whole day. They all represent the best of France and Brittany regions. We also got some great support from our exclusive French media partner, Influencia. This is a trends and innovation magazine, and they are among us today. And last but not least, we really wanted to acknowledge all those wonderful Dive friends who made today possible. They believed in us from day one. They believed in the concept of Dive. They really helped us spread the word. And unfortunately, they were not able to make it and to be here today with us. But we really wanted to thank them all because they were part of this adventure, of this journey. So this is it for me, Anne-Marie. And I leave you the floor to explain a little more about the program. But I just want you to really enjoy this day. Thank you.